All right, some news just coming in about the Film and Television Institute in Pune, where the director now has been changed. The new director is Prashant Pathrabe, and he has been appointed the FTII director. Prashant Pathrabe also heads the National Film Archives of India. Saurabh Gupta now joining us on the phone line for more on that. Saurabh, there's been so much talk so far about the possible appointee, Gajendra Chauhan. There's been a lot of pressure to not have him be stated as a director at FTII, and now we see that there is now a new appointee.
Well, that's right. The director of the FTII currently is Mr. Narain, and of course, what we are told by what we've got to know is that he's now Mr. Prashant Pathrabe, who was the former head of the National Film Archives of India, has been appointed as the chairman of FTII. This, of course, comes in the backdrop of all the protests that have been taking place in the institute over the appointment of Mr. Gajendra Chauhan as the new chairman. A lot of alumni have opposed his appointment as a chairman, including actor Salman Khan, who's openly spoken out saying that since the students are protesting and they do not want him, that perhaps it was time for the Film and Television Institute of India to have a new chairman. What we also know so far is that Mr. Narain, the current director, is actually popular among students, but that, of course, notwithstanding the fact that his term ends soon, and now we are hearing that Pathrabe, who does have experience of more than 18 years, having previously worked for Doordarshan and All India Radio, has been appointed as the director. Now, the director, of course, is the more administrative role at the institute, and he, of course, is responsible for all that goes on in the institute. So now FTII, amidst all the brouhaha over the appointment of Mr. Gajendra Chauhan as director, has a new, I beg your pardon, as chairman, has a new director in charge, which is Mr. Prashant Pathrabe, who's expected to take charge later.
Right, Saurabh, we've seen so much opposition to Gajendra Chauhan. In fact, students went on protest. Is Prashant someone that would be acceptable to students there?
Well, we haven't heard any reactions from the students yet. We are waiting for reactions from the students, and once we get those reactions, we'll see how the students react to the appointment of Mr. Pathrabe. But what we know so far is that Mr. Pathrabe has some kind of experience in having headed the National Film Archives of India in Pune. So obviously that is something that that probably qualifies him for the post, at least as far as the government's thinking seems to be. Clearly, whether the students like him or not is something that will be known once there is some kind of reaction from the students, which we're expecting.
All right, Saurabh, thanks very much for joining us with that important news just coming in about the new director now for the Film and Television Institute, Prashant Pathrabe, who in fact is also part of, and he heads the National Film Archives of India. We're going to get you more details of that, and of course reactions to that news from the students at FTII, all that and much more coming up.